Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing the next 2 weeks of your love life. We've got your energy over here, we've got your persons over here, and we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about their feelings, your feelings, the outcome over the next 2 weeks, the situation, their next actions, the obstacles between the two of you, the overall energy. I am going to ask that you please hit that like button. It really does help the channel grow and it's free, so I would really appreciate you taking that second to just click that like button. And I'm going to get straight into it. I've already pulled the oracle cards. So on your side, we'll go with yours first. So sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to hold this. Okay. So we have chaos and conflict, and it says, stubbornness is keeping you in a state of opposition. The incessant need to be right will only serve to prolong the conflict that deep down you want to be resolved. This is an opportune moment to learn about your values, your sense of self, what's really important to you. Some things are non-negotiable. If that's true, it's not necessary to fight. Can you find a way through the stormy emotions to higher ground? Soon the air will clear and you will be in a much better place than before, for the storm will have passed, blazing a path for new growth in its wake. Things can become electric and enlightened, always better than before, if you use this time constructively. So it could be a time where you're kind of like in a stubborn point with your person and you're just feeling like, no, like why should I be the one to apologize? Why should I be the one to kind of try and make things right? And maybe it's just that this is one of their highest values where they're like, I can't like back down on this one because this is something that's really important to me. And maybe for you, like you're just feeling triggered because it's like, well, what about the things that are important to me? But maybe right now you kind of just need to look at things from their perspective. Or there's just a time right now where you're just feeling very frustrated with your person and having maybe some arguments and stuff. So with their feelings, we have deep knowing. So it says there are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly, I don't know, anyway, onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. So they see you as someone who, like, they know that you are their person. And they feel extremely connected to you, even if you guys are fighting, even if you guys are in separation. They just feel like you guys crossed each other's path for a reason. Like they know how, like, that the impact that you would have had on their life. We do have nothing will come of the situation void of course moon. So it says in a form of astrology known as horary, again could be mispronouncing that, where an astrological chart is cast according to where the questions is asked and decoded. A void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter or the situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news, depending on what you're asking. For example, if you were worried about something, whatever it was, this card could be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or to change things so that you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only project what you're currently creating, and you can change that with both your behavior and your beliefs. So I do feel like maybe if you continue down this route of like maybe being stubborn or not seeing something from their perspective or something along those lines, that could kind of change the relationship in some way, or it could kind of, you know, maybe like something like this, the relationship could even possibly end due to this. And that's not to scare you in any way, I'm just reading what the cards are saying, right? But I do feel like this is a situation where it's saying as well, like you can change this with your behavior and your beliefs as well if you don't want this outcome. The card also does say, I trust in my highest good. The chances of something are diminishing. Something better may be around the corner. Believe that you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Take time out, meditate and contemplate. Okay, and then your advice here, we have butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. So it says, joy and the beautiful lightness of being alive and creative in the world is the focus when butterfly spirit flutters before you. Transformation is inevitable as you grow into your most beautiful, empowered self. Indeed, you will go through some uncomfortable stages as you let go of the forms of your life that no longer fit the new you. Even relationships must go through shifts to match, your new emerging self. If you focus on the beauty and not the challenges, stop talking to yourself too seriously, and choose to be playful, loving, and joyous, you will soon know the miracle your soul wants to experience through you. Today is a day for joy, so light. Look around and see beauty that is everywhere and in everyone, including you. So I do feel like maybe you need to look at things in a very positive sense, because you are transforming, and sometimes relationships transform as well, and that's to cause some sort of growth, so you need to keep that in mind as well. But I do feel like there's the advice for you is to look at things like from being a very playful, positive person and just enjoy yourself right now. Okay, let's see, what does the tarot have to say? So like I said earlier, I'm going to get both of your feelings. I'm going to get the situation, I'm going to get the blockages or the obstacles, and I am going to get their next actions, the outcome over the next 2 weeks, and the overall energy between the two of you. So let's see, for the next 2 weeks, Scorpio, what is going on? So your feelings, we have the Page of Wands. Their feelings, we have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Emperor as the situation, the Two of Wands as the challenge, Four of Pentacles as their next actions, and the outcome, the Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck, then we have the Two of Swords. So there is a decision to be made here, and I feel like the person who needs to decide whether that's you or them is being very indecisive, and to the point where they're actually just not making any decision because of the fact that they just feel like they struggle with it. They need to kind of meditate, whether that's you or them needs to kind of meditate on the situation to find the answers within themselves. I feel like maybe it could be them that's making that decision in some way, and they're kind of just feeling very indecisive at the moment. Your feelings with the Page of Wands is that you want to kind of get into this fun, flirty energy with your person. You want to kind of, if this is someone new, it could be someone new, you're in that exciting beginning phase, the honeymoon phase, where you're like excited to see a message from them and like looking at all the possibilities of the future and that type of thing. If this is someone that you've been with for a while or someone from the past, it's like you're looking at them again like as if they are someone that is like that you can have fun with, like you're feeling the beginning exciting times with them again, even though you've been together for a while or you've been separated or something like that. Maybe you're looking at a new beginning if you've been separated, like you want a new start with them, but you want it to be less heavy and more light. With their feelings being the Nine of Pentacles, they do feel like you bring them a lot of happiness. They feel like they have, worked hard to get to where they are in their own life, but they also see you as someone who's very kind of independent, someone who is like able to look after themselves, and they see you as someone who is just putting focus into yourself right now, but they do see you as someone who brings them joy and happiness, but they also are just feeling like maybe you're doing your own thing right now. The Emperor is, as the situation is, someone's being stubborn. whether that's you, whether that's them, or whether that's both of you. There's definitely a stubborn energy in this connection. Someone needs to kind of take action, and I feel like maybe between the two of you, maybe there's like a lack of action within the situation, or like someone, like I said, is just being stubborn, not wanting to take that action. Maybe it's like there's a standstill, because the Two of Swords could be a stalemate as well. So maybe there's a stalemate between the two of you, like nothing's actually happening here, and no one's willing to kind of make that first move with that Emperor being there, and even though there's a definite requirement for someone taking action here. Or someone to kind of level up and just get into this mature phase and just let go of that other stuff. Two of Wands is the obstacle. So the obstacle here is the decision. The should I stay, should I go card is what I call this Two of Wands. So I do feel like there is a requirement here to kind of get out of your comfort zone, or for them to get out of their comfort zone, or both of you in some way to be able to progress forward in some way. Like the decision here needs to be to leave the comfort zone behind you, otherwise there's no there's going to be no movement forward. The Four of Pentacles is their next actions. They intend to hold on to you quite tightly actually, but also to hold on to the issues from the past. So it's kind of like you can't have both. I do also feel like they are just in this position of just not being able to let go, but also holding back on either speaking to you or telling you how they feel or something like that. Seven of Swords is the outcome between the two of you in the next 2 weeks. I just feel like there's going to be either some sort of like sneaky energies, or like one of you is manipulating the other person, or you're both kind of just deceiving each other or deceiving yourselves even with how you're acting. Someone could be walking away from someone else, but it is just like this energy of like, okay, well, I'm just going to be strategic here and do what I feel like is best for me type of thing. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some clarifiers. So let's see, what's this Page of Wands? Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so although you want a new beginning and you are excited for a new beginning with them, and wanting to kind of go down this path of having fun and all of that stuff, you are still guarding your heart in some way, or kind of setting some sort of boundaries where you're still being very serious, even though you do want to be playful here. So it's kind of like, maybe you are also like at this point where you're like, I want to be playful with you and stuff, but I just feel like if I do that, you aren't going to learn that actually really made me angry, you know. Page of Swords, it's like you need to speak your truth before you can get back into that playful energy, or maybe gain some sort of knowledge even. So what's the Nine of Pentacles? We have the Nine of Swords, double nines. So I do feel like they are, maybe I feel like you might think that their life is like all good and everything's happy and they're, you know, independent and all of that stuff, but then like actually they are like that a lot of the time, but as soon as it hits night, like they start stressing out, they get upset, they have anxiety, depression. They don't see the path forward with you. Like it's just they're really stressed out about where this relationship is with you, or just stressed out in general, maybe even about money. We have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well. Like they do see you as someone that they want a new start with, a new beginning. They want to renew the love with you, or they want to kind of offer you this cup of love, like telling you their feelings and that type of thing, but maybe they're worried about how you might take that, because you're such an independent person, and they don't want to lose you type of thing. What's the Emperor? Five of Wands, like I said, some sort of stubborn energy, drama, conflict, arguments, tension. It's definitely something like this, chaos and conflict here. I just feel like maybe there's been an argument between the two of you, or like a really big fight or drama or something like that, and like someone's just being too stubborn to take action. The Devil energy, holding on to unhealthy, toxic energy. Not the person is what I'm talking about like you guys are both being stubborn and holding on to the issues between the two of you instead of trying to figure out how can we resolve this. Okay, so what's the Two of Wands? Seven of Swords. The decision that needs to be made here is like, again, should I stay or should I go? Should I take what I've learned from this and just leave the situation behind? Or like I need to be kind of strategic with making this decision. Like getting out of your comfort zone here, I just feel like this person is like, there could be, the Seven of Swords, like I said, is like usually like a trickery energy or some sort of manipulative energy. I just feel like don't let them manipulate you, or vice versa, don't manipulate them. Like don't be deceived like easily or willingly, and don't deceive them right now. But there's definitely, I just feel like this is a situation of should I stay, should I go, and like that's what you're trying to figure out. The Empress at the bottom of the deck. I do feel like the obstacle here is got to do with nurturing in some way. There could be a mother figure that could be like getting in the way between the two of you. Maybe this person, the Empress, usually I would read the Empress as a very positive card, but because it's clarifying an obstacle, I would read her in the reverse, which is someone who maybe is materialistic. So maybe there's materialism that's like causing issues here, money situations, or possibly just, like I said, very manipulative people who aren't looking for your best good here. And that's the decision needs to be, should I stay with these people or should I go? It could be external energies altogether, not this person, but we'll see. What's the Four of Pentacles? Six of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like the next actions is that they want to balance the situation, but they just don't feel like they can after everything that's happened between the two of you, after all the issues. They just feel like there's no balance left in this connection, and they don't see the positivity, or they have no hope that they can balance the situation out. They could be feeling like they're being breadcrumbed by you, and that's why they don't want to move forward, because they just feel like you are not like giving them equal give and take between the two of you, or they just feel like unbalanced with the relationship at the moment. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. They do want a new beginning with you. They think that this would be like a really exciting start. They're still very attracted to you. They do want to come forward here, but it's kind of like, I don't see the point in coming forward because of the issues that have happened between us in the past, and because of the unbalanced situation. Like they just don't see that the situation could be balanced out again in some way, but they are planning on holding on to you either way, even though they don't see that. What's the Seven of Swords? Three of Wands. Yeah, okay, so there's a need for there's someone strategizing here about where they can go next. Like, what's going to happen here? Could it be that this person is strategizing on how to kind of like plan for the future with the two of you? Or could it be that they're planning on walking away, leaving the situation? Five of Swords. This is someone who is like out for their own good. Like, Five of Swords and Seven of Swords is a very selfish energy, manipulative, that type of thing. So I do feel like maybe this person is kind of only looking out for themselves right now. They're planning for their future. They're not focused on what's going to make you happy. Five of Swords is also about this chaos and conflict. It's about there's a very clear winner and there's a very clear loser in this situation. And I just feel like this energy is just, I don't know, there's a lot of conflict. Like, I just feel like someone needs to kind of drop the situation of who is right in the situation. And I don't I don't mean to call you out, Scorpio, but because you got this card, I do feel like it was saying to you, like, you need to be the one to kind of drop the situation in some way, because there's a clear stalemate between the two of you. Okay, let's see. What does Scorpio need to know? I'm sorry, Scorpio, I'm just reading the cards. Like, I'm not trying to call you out or say that you should do anything. Only do what you feel is in your best interest. That's just what the cards are saying. So what is Scorpio's feelings towards their person? shocking, turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. So I feel like you are shocked with something that they're doing, or you're shocked with how they're acting. Maybe you're shocked that they're like walking away and kind of like leaving you behind, or just like planning for their own future, doing their own thing. We do have mistakes, misunderstood, victim, and lost soul. So you do feel victimized in this situation, and maybe you do feel like you've maybe made some sort of mistakes in the past, but not to kind of warrant what's happening here. And you're feeling, you know, very upset and misunderstood by them as well. Okay, so what does Scorpio's person feel for Scorpio? Divine Feminine, Yin, feminine energy. We did see that Empress, and also the Nine of Pentacles is the baby Empress is what I call it. But Divine Feminine and their energy, it's like you could resonate with feminine or masculine, but we all have feminine and masculine in us. But the Divine Feminine is someone who is in like the attracting mode, like they're attracting things towards them. They're not going off and chasing any of their goals or chasing any people. They're kind of just sitting and allowing things to come to them, and kind of looking at their options and being open to whatever comes their way, type of thing. So I feel like maybe they're not chasing you right now. Maybe that's what you're shocked about, like, how dare they not to come after me, like when they're like waiting to just kind of see what happens. We do have loyalty here though, trusting, reliability, and believing. So I do feel like they are loyal to you, and they maybe do want, you know, someone like a connection with you where they can kind of, you guys can rely on each other. But it's like I just feel like they're not making the move. What's the outcome between these two over the next 2 weeks? Beginnings, try again, new direction, and start over. So, and bottom of the deck we have karma, consequences, cause and effect, and debts. So maybe this is a karmic situation that's happening at the moment. It could be a karmic person altogether, or it's just a karmic situation. But I do feel like there is a focus in the next 2 weeks of either you guys trying again together, or like coming back into reconciliation if there's been an argument or something like that, or there's going to be a new direction altogether and they want to kind of leave and start over, start a new life, maybe with someone new altogether. You take what resonates for your situation there. Okay, so let's see. Romance angels for Scorpio. We have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Maybe you or them are very focused on work at the moment. We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So you could be moving forward with this person, or maybe even with someone new altogether coming in. But there's definitely like a situation where like it's you guys are taking it to the next level in some way. What else? Scorpio. Okay, we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So there's definitely some forgiveness that needs to happen, and learning some sort of lessons. We have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, which is very similar with the Seven of Swords and that Five of Swords. So someone's not telling the truth. Like it does look here like they're living the best life, but actually like really upset and hurting and stuff. They do see just this imbalance in this connection. Maybe they just feel like that they because they have such a negative mindset on it of like that can't get the balance back here type of thing. Maybe that's why they're like, well, I don't have a choice. I have to walk away because we're never going to be on the same situation. And we do have separation at the bottom of the deck. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, whether that's separation altogether or that's kind of taking some time apart and maybe coming back together. You can figure out which one suits your situation. Sorry Scorpio, it's very harsh messages coming out here, but I've got to say what the cards are saying. What did Scorpio's person say to Scorpio? We have, I wish I could take back my words. We have, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, definitely, with that 9 of Swords. What else? We have, you came closer than anyone. Bottom of the deck, we have, you speak to me through music. So I do feel like they let you in more than they would have let anyone else in. And they've never really had that connection before. Maybe you guys were in a serious relationship and like things, you know, didn't work out as you both would have liked, and they're saying like, well, I was like right there on the verge of basically making it work with you, but now it seems like there's a walking away of some sort. And yeah, we sort like definitely with the 9 of Swords, they stay awake, and they think about you a lot, overthink probably, and I wish I could take my words. Maybe there was some sort of, maybe that's what you're shocked about, like some sort of argument or conflict between the two of you. So Scorpio, in most cases I say that I hope this resonates. In this case, I hope it doesn't resonate, but if it does, please do take the time to like my reading, because I really would appreciate it, because I want to grow the channel and it really helps. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys again in the next week. Take care.